Hello, everyone. Welcome to our regular Zoom webinar. My name is Martin, and this evening I will tell you all about our new Aurile teas. During the webinar, you will learn everything you need to know to sell our new Aurile teas successfully. You will find out the unique selling points of our Aurile selection, methods of harvesting and processing the tea leaves, what's the first flash tea and how this influences the tea quality, the difference between oxidation and fermentation, things to consider when selling tea from the comfort of your home, and also at the end of the webinar, I will reveal special promo codes valid only until midnight tonight. So stay with me till the end. So let's start from a question. What has the strength of coffee and the health advantages of tea? That will be Yerba Mate, the traditional South American beverage. I'm sure that you heard about that. Often referred to by the Amazonians as the drink of the gods, the leaves of the Yerba Mate plant contain 24 vitamins and minerals, 15 amino acids, loads of antioxidants, and naturally occurring caffeine. Yerba Mate has a nice stimulating properties, providing your body with vitality and nutrition. This drink comes from the leaves of a holy plant found in Argentina. Some native tribes in South America used to sip yerba mate for hundreds of years for its rejuvenating qualities. The Pasteur Institute in 1946 concluded that with 24 vitamins and minerals, along with 15 amino acids and antioxidants, yerba mate cannot be compared with any other plant that can have such an amazing nutritional value. So how has Argentina become the country that produces the best yerba mate in the world? Yerba mate is thought to have been initially consumed by the indigenous people of southern Brazil. In 1500, the drink spread to Paraguay, and in the 1600s, traveled to Argentina. Then a trade war with Paraguay caused lots of disruptions, and both Paraguay and Argentina stopped harvesting yerba mate. In 1900, Argentina domesticated mate again and established plantations. While Brazil turned its attention to coffee in the 30s of the 20th century, Argentina built on its mate consumption and established the best yerba mate plantations in the world. Besides being the world's largest consumer, Argentina is also the largest producer and exporter of yerba, dominating about 60% of the world market with its manual harvest in the provinces of Misiones and Corrientes. Thanks to these impressive figures, as you can see, the yerba mate in Argentina has been awarded with the Protected Designation of Origin Certificate, PDO. In addition to providing legal protection, this certificate represents the fundamental connection between the quality of the product and its geographical origin. And that's quite important to remember. Now, let's go back to the benefits of drinking yerba mate. What makes yerba mate so powerful? Yerba mate is a powerful adaptogen, and that is a herb that grows in extreme conditions, but adapts and thrives in harsh environment. As a result, adaptogens contain high levels of antioxidants and saponins that defend the plant against diseases and also make them resistant to insects. Scientists recently learned that these very same adaptive qualities are also uniquely good for the human body. Using an adaptogenic herb nourishes the adrenals and offers stress support. This means that the body can adapt to better stressors, such as physiological stress, different chemicals in the environment, toxins, or, for example, stress related to your work. Even though yerba mate has caffeine, most caffeine-sensitive individuals don't experience the harsh side effects common with coffee and black tea or green tea, such as stomach upset or headaches. And that's because yerba mate has a low tannin content and it isn't oily and acid forming, so it is less likely to cause stomach acid and jitters. So for example, some people who cannot really drink coffee with caffeine, but they want the stimulating effect of caffeine, they can try yerba mate instead. Scientific research also confirms that yerba mate has got a lot of health benefits. So the first health benefit of this tea would be antioxidant properties. So drinking yerba mate provides antioxidant benefits to the body. It has many phytochemicals, such as polyphenols and chlorogenic acid, that make it beneficial antioxidant. Research also suggests that mate may reduce oxidative stress that increases the risk of damage to liver and heart. So number one is it has very, very strong antioxidant effect. Number two is cognition. Many people think of yerba mate as a brain booster, and studies also show that this is true. The tea's active ingredients improve memory, attention, and also focus. Number three is it increases sex drive. Yerba mate is traditionally known as a mild aphrodisiac, used primarily by men to increase libido and sex drive. The rich mineral and vitamin content can also help improve fertility, hormonal balance, and also reproductive health. Number four, I would point out, it promotes digestion. The unique compounds found in yerba mate, such as xanthines, are able to promote smooth muscle relaxation, which can be very good for digestion, particularly if you are struggling with constipation, bloating, cramping, or other digestive issues. So also, you can try and recommend that to some people who suffer from those digestive conditions. Yerba mate also benefits cardiovascular health. Yes, and that is due to the polyphenols content. Polyphenols, which are beneficial in reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. So findings of research suggest that intake of yerba mate helps reduce LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. Consumption of yerba mate also protects the heart, and is also beneficial in reducing oxidative stress caused by free radicals. The flavonoids found in yerba mate may be beneficial in reducing inflammation. Anti-inflammatory properties make yerba mate beneficial in reducing the risk of chronic diseases, because they are related to chronic inflammation. So basically, we can say that drinking yerba mate will improve overall health. Yerba mate is shown to be beneficial in reducing obesity as well. This weight loss effect of yerba mate is attributed to increased fat oxidation, slowing of gastric emptying, and also an increased feeling of satiety. Like coffee, yerba mate can provide an energetic boost without contributing much in terms of calories. When combined with the other nutrients provided by yerba mate, all of the vitamins and minerals, your metabolism can begin to speed up due to the natural stimulant qualities. While yerba mate tea isn't always thought of a boost for bone strength, it does contain several minerals that are essential for bone mineral density in the body. So for example, calcium, iron, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc are all part of the process that keeps osteoporosis at bay as we age. High levels of iron found in yerba mate mean that it can significantly help in red blood cell production and will prevent anemia. With boosted red blood cell production, more oxygenated blood can flow in the organs and also extremities that need those resources most. So yerba mate will help to oxygenate every single cell in your body by increasing the production of red blood cells. And finally, the last benefit, but not the least, it boosts immune system. The vitamin C levels in Yerba Mate tea are only the beginning in terms of immune health. Aside from white blood cell boost provided by ascorbic acid, there are also several saponins and antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress in the body and act as primary line of defense for the immune system. Our Aurile Yerba Mate tea from Argentina contains 100% Paraguay holly. It's unbelievably mild with well-balanced taste and beautiful aroma that will take you straight to the beautiful regions of South America. It contains leaves, twigs, and small amount of dust. It's perfect for multiple brewing. So when I prepare this tea for myself, I brew it at least 4 or 5 times, and it's still nice and strong, and you can really enjoy the taste. So now, the next Aurile specialty tea is a black tea with rose petals, and it comes from China, a region called Anhui, which means peaceful beauty. Anhui is a province situated in the mountains in East China, neighboring the lucrative Yangtze Delta to the east. The area has a humid subtropical monsoon climate suitable for tea growing. Tea production in Anhui can be traced back to the Jing and Han dynasties over 2,000 years ago. Today, the province produces over 100,000 tons of tea, out of which nearly 47,000 tons being exported at the total value of $2 million. Our Aurile black tea comes from an evergreen shrub known as Camellia sinensis. After harvesting, the tea leaves are mixed with rose flowers. 1 kilogram of flowers is used per 1 kilogram of dried tea leaves. The flowers are mixed with dry tea leaves and are left for several hours. Then they are removed. The tea is then dried again, and at the end is mixed with rose petals. As a result, the tea after brewing has a beautiful amber color. It is soft, sweet, and smooth, and has got that amazing and delicate rosy flavor and aroma. So it's really, really delicious. This gourmet black tea with rose petals is much lighter and sweeter compared to other black tea varieties, but it is still great, and it will still fill your room with a pleasant, warm aroma as soon as you start brewing it. This is perfect tea for a cold autumn or winter morning. The tea offers far more than just delicious taste. As a high-quality black loose-leaf tea, it offers some unique health benefits too. The tea has high levels of caffeine, making it perfect for breakfast tea. It will give you a boost of energy. So if you're having problems staying awake in the morning, this is the tea just for you or for your customers. Besides having high concentration of caffeine, the tea also has high levels of amino acid known as L-theanine. L-theanine promotes calmness and relaxation and boosts alpha activity in your brain, helping you improve mental concentration after just few sips. This amino acid plays well together with caffeine, boosting your energy and increasing your focus without making you feel anxious or nervous. Okay, so the next tea is also a black tea. It comes from India, from the foothills of the Himalayas. The tea is called Darjeeling tea. Darjeeling is known as the champagne of teas and is the most sought after tea. Darjeeling is plucked in the first harvest, hence the name first flush, and that happens between March and May. Darjeeling tea is made from the Chinese variety of the tea plant Camellia sinensis. It is thin, light-colored tea with a floral aroma. The tea plant, like most plants, goes through a period of growth and a period of dormancy. Each flush is a period that starts when the tea plant grows new leaves and ends when the leaves are harvested. Darjeeling tea has 3 major flushes. The first flush takes place in mid-March to May. The second flush is from June to mid-August. And the third flush, also known as autumn flush, occurs in October to November. Our Darjeeling black tea comes from the first flush. The first flush tea is the first tea harvested in the spring after the winter dormancy. The color of the tea is light and clear. The tea leaves have floral scent that is bright and distinct. Due to their freshness and color, the first flush teas are generally more expensive than the other flushes. So just to give you an idea why our tea is more expensive and of higher quality, you need to know that there are 2 minor flushes as well. The in-between flush is 2 weeks between the first and the second flushes. In-between flush tea tends to have similar characteristic to the first flush, but is often lower in quality. Monsoon flush tea is more oxidized and sold at much lower price. It's commonly used for masala chai. So keep in mind that in addition to flushes, Darjeeling tea is also rated using a grading system. The teas are graded by the size and the quality of the tea leaves. The 4 categories of tea leaves that are graded are the whole tea leaves, then broken leaves, then we've got fannings, and then finally it's dust. Whole leaves are the highest grade. The dust is the lowest. Fannings are small leaf particles that are used to tea bags, and tea dust is essentially the waste left by the tea leaves. So our tea contains only the whole leaves. Aurile selection tea from India, Darjeeling, is the most famous and the highest quality tea from India. However, it accounts for less than 1% of all tea produced in India. So it's very, very unique. It has up to 30% more polyphenols compounds than other teas. So the Darjeeling tea will relax you. It will relax your mind and your body. It slows down aging processes of cells due to the content of polyphenols and antioxidants. It supports the circulatory system. It helps regulate blood pressure and also reduces bad cholesterol. The tea is light. It's lightly oxidized. It has floral meadow aroma and light yet very delicious flavor. Our next Aurile tea specialty comes from Korea. The tradition of growing and producing tea on the Korean peninsula goes back 2,000 years. Tea appeared in Korea earlier than in Japan. I'm not sure if you knew about that. The tea is grown on the island of Jeju, in the tea garden of Seogwang. The whole production process is done manually and can be quite challenging. The raw leaves first are placed in round pan at the temperature of around 300 degrees Celsius. Then the leaves are dried and rolled on special mats. These steps are repeated 3 times. At night, the tea is dried, and the next day it is roasted again at the lower temperature, which is around 140 degrees Celsius. Roasting can be quite challenging as the leaves could burn if left in the pan for too long. On the 3rd day, the leaves are selected using a special device. The fan blows a stream of air that separates out the smaller leaves. Aurile Genmaicha green tea is mixed with roasted rice and matcha. This type of tea is a popular beverage that people drink in Japan and Korea. Along the great taste, the tea offers numerous impressive health benefits. So our Genmaicha, as I mentioned, is mixed with roasted rice kernels that contribute to its nutty and aromatic fragrance and taste. The roasted rice also counters the bitterness of green tea and adds slight hint of sweetness. The toasted rice also gives the tea smooth properties that eases you into a state of relaxation. Matcha that is added to the tea gives the tea a vivid green infusion. Matcha also smooths out the flavor of the green tea, making it a little bit sweeter compared to traditional tea flavor or green tea flavor. So, for example, if someone really doesn't like the bitterness of green tea, I would definitely recommend Genmaicha. So what is matcha? Matcha is finely ground powder of specially grown and processed green tea leaves. Like green tea, matcha comes from the Camellia sinensis plant. However, it grows differently and has a unique nutrition profile. Farmers grow matcha by covering their tea plant for 20 or 30 days before harvest to avoid direct sunlight. This increases chlorophyll production, boosts the amino acid content, and gives the plant a darker green hue. Once the tea leaves are harvested, the stems and veins are removed, and the leaves are ground up into a fine powder known as matcha. Matcha contains the nutrients from the entire tea leaf, from the whole tea leaf, which results in a greater amount of caffeine, but also antioxidants that typically can be found in green tea. Green tea and matcha has a lot of health benefits. There is high content of antioxidants. Antioxidants, as you know, help stabilize harmful free radicals, and that as a result, that helps to prevent damaged cells, which is a cause of chronic diseases. Aurile Genmaicha contains a concentrated amount of antioxidants, which may reduce cell damage and also prevent chronic diseases. Aurile Genmaicha helps to remove toxins and also regulate metabolism. The liver is the vital organ. It's vital to health and plays a central role in flushing out toxins, metabolizing drugs, and also processing nutrients. Genmaicha may help protect the health of your liver. So healthy liver means more efficient toxin removal and also better metabolism. Genmaicha is also good for your thyroid gland. The thyroid is a gland that regulates the body's metabolism and also controls the production of important hormones. The presence of selenium in Genmaicha contributes to regulating thyroid hormones. Selenium deficiency may cause your thyroid to secrete too many or too few hormones, which can lead to poor vision, fatigue, or sleeping problems. Matcha and green tea also improve attention, memory, reaction time, and energy level. It is possible due to the content of caffeine and L-theanine, which can improve several aspects of brain function. Drinking roasted rice green tea with matcha can help with sleep and also relaxation and focus. So it's a great product. Genmaicha, our Genmaicha is lighter and easier to drink than other green teas, and with its distinctive flavor and delicious rice aroma, it will surely become one of your favorite teas. And finally, our last addition to our Aurile selection, the black tea fermented in banana leaves from rainforests in Laos. So our new Aurile tea from Laos is in fact a type of green tea. However, its color is black. The whole process of production is very long and very unique. Our Aurile tea comes from the Lao province of Phong Sali. The area is covered by rainforest and it's situated at the high altitude. The weather in the province is so unique too. You can experience 4 seasons in one day. The tea making process starts with the leaves being carefully harvested by the local tribe. After harvesting, the leaves are rolled and are subjected to fermentation process. To make the process more efficient, the rolled tea leaves are wrapped in banana leaves. The tea is then dried. The whole unique process gives the final brew an absolutely unique flavor and aroma. When talking about high-quality loose-leaf tea, we need to be aware of two things: oxidation and fermentation. So, do you know what the difference is? If you're not too sure, I'll explain. Tea processing is very particular to the tea type, but even with processing being specific to tea types, there are only two main ways to process tea. The most common is oxidation, which is the exposing of tea leaves to air to darken. The other form is fermentation, which includes microbial process to already oxidized tea. While most tea is oxidized, not all tea is fermented. As I said previously, oxidation is the process of exposing tea to air for it to darken. As the tea darkens, the flavor and aroma can change. All tea comes from the same plant, which is called Camellia sinensis. So what differentiates a tea from another is the level of oxidation. So just like banana will brown when exposed to air, so will tea. Once the desired oxidation level is reached, leaves are heated. Leaves are then removed from the heat and air as much as possible to prevent the oxidation. Proper storage of oxidized tea leaves is essential because oxidation contributes and continues with exposure to air. You don't want to oxidize. You don't want the oxidation to happen, because that will change the flavor of the tea. So one of the most critical parts of the tea processing is knowing when to stop the oxidation process. Oxidation significantly impacts flavor, so getting the right levels of oxidation is important. To stop oxidation, heat is normally applied to leaves with steam, heat vents, or other methods. A true tea master will know precisely when and how to use heat to stop the oxidation process. It's not always a straightforward process. A lot of expertise is required. The level of oxidation will determine what kind of tea it is. Once leaves are picked, they are being wilted, and once oxidation begins, the chlorophyll in plants begins to break down, causing them to darken. Fermentation involves microbial activities, as I said, which causes the tea leaves to break down and decompose over time. The fermentation process is carefully controlled to make sure that the microbial growth is at the right level. So the fermentation process is what sets out our Aurile tea from Laos apart from other teas. And this is something that it's worth remembering. So to set yourself apart from competitors, you will need to develop and convey a sense of authenticity. So this means that communicating genuine love and expertise for your product is very important to sell teas from the comfort of your home. So the first thing that you need to take into account, that you need to consider, is to become an expert about the products that you are recommending or selling. So one way to do this is to acquire some knowledge. So participating and sharing this webinar with team members may be very beneficial. Another thing to consider is to create tea-related content. There are many ways to extend your reach, and creating content is just one such method. So don't push your product in your content, just offer valuable and exciting content that engages your target audience. As your audience grows, your sales should too. It may take some time to establish yourself as an authority and to build a steady stream of customers, so don't get discouraged in the early days. And finally, remember about local tea enthusiasts. Marketing and engaging with local tea enthusiasts is an excellent way to gain traction and build your brand identity. You could sell your tea products at local events, or you can organize and host an afternoon tea party. I'm sure that you remember a long time ago in FM, in our office in Neasden, in London, we were organizing such event about our Aurile teas and coffees. So why don't you try to do it yourself in, somewhere in the local area? The market for tea has been around for centuries, and it isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So if you're interested in selling tea online, now is the great time to get started. And now, only today, up to midnight, you will have a chance to get all new Aurile teas 20% off. Just log in to our online shop and put the promo code AURILET20. So try them all and let us know which one is your favorite. But that's not all. There is another reason, or maybe there are other reasons to go to the online store. Anyone who logs in to the online store, to the online shop tonight from 8 p.m. until midnight tonight will have a chance to take part in lucky dip discounts to get fragrances from our Pure Royal collection at lower price. So hurry up, spread the news among your team members and grab the discount. I wish you good luck, and I wish you getting the highest discount possible. And in addition, there is still 35% discount for all fragrance sticks. So only until midnight tonight. So hurry up, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. This webinar is being recorded, so it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So make sure that you like the YouTube channel, you subscribe the YouTube channel. So far, we've got 100 subscribers, so spread the news among your team members, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very soon during the next webinar. So thank you very much for joining me, and have a good night.